Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry.
And Bria.
And welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. So tonight is Thursday, which means it is Married at First Sight Denver recap night. But tonight is not going to be a typical recap night. No. We are pretty much more than, we're probably only about two weeks or so from decision day. Things have gotten no better. My peeps out there in YouTube land seem to concur with what we've been feeling. And so tonight's going to be a special edition. You know how Married at First Sight, they'll do sometimes those filler episodes where they kind of like tell you their predictions, blah. No, this tonight will be Alleged Actually's official dragathon. The only couple that will be spared tonight is Chloe and Michael, only because they are still new and still figuring it out. However, I assure you by what I am seeing, they're going to join the ranks of the other members that need to be drugged. Okay? I'm going to start off and at least let you guys know where Chloe and Michael are. And then we're going to just hop on into the drag fest. Okay?
Absolutely.
Sounds fair, Bria?
Sounds great.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Let me kick it off with Chloe and Michael. So they wake up on their last night of their honeymoon, or actually morning, because they're getting ready to come back to Denver to go and move into their new apartment. Chloe actually had a good night's sleep, guys. No more panic, or at least no more 4 panic attacks in a row. She's still talking about her insecurities, but she does make sure that she lets Michael know that he says all the right things. It makes her feel safe. Michael says that, you know, his only apprehension is he's only lived one place while he's been in Denver. But though he's thoroughly enjoyed the honeymoon, he's looking forward to them getting on with life in their new apartment because that's real life. And I agree. Honeymoons are great, but honeymoons are not a good depiction of what it would be like to truly live with someone on your day in and day out. That's just a fact, guys. So, he basically says that he's just really excited to see what it would be like living with Chloe in real life. Then he kept saying that. That was his thing, real life, as if the honeymoon was fake life. However, I get what he's saying.
Right.
Sure. So
I understand that.
Of course. I mean, honeymoons, vacations, who's not in love when you're out in a beautiful place?
Absolutely. It's not like they were in the apartment that they shared talking to, or he was talking to one of her friends saying that, you know, if it were real life, I wouldn't, you know, I'd be more serious about it. You know?
Routine. Well,
Anywho.
They settle. Anywho, yes. Anywho, they settle on in, and Chloe decides that she's going to give Michael the bigger closet. Probably should. When they move in, Chloe likes how everything looks in their place. He takes a gander around and sees where there's blank canvases where he can put his Velcro attached canvases on the wall. Okay. She does look a little concerned when the camera pans to her face, guys. Oh, he's quite the eclectic one. Yeah. He says again how as much as he enjoyed that honeymoon, he's so glad to be in real life. So that man is ready to be in real life. So then it pans to where they actually wake up for the first time in their new place. And she says that she's dealing with her anxiety still, but that Michael is still being the most supportive husband, even by bringing her a cup of coffee. I guess it's the little things, guys. On this next day, as you guys know, when they move in their new place, they go to their older house or their other houses there to show each other how they were living before they move in together and to retrieve some of their things to cohabitate in their new apartment, which is exactly what they do. So they're excited to see each other's places. They visit Chloe's place first, and he looks around and decides that what he thinks just must come with them to their new place is her gold pineapple and a pink globe. Says she has more decor than she let on because, with her minimalist vibes, he expected to see a plain palette of very few things. Yet her place seemed to have a little more pizzazz, and he was here for all of it. She even had a family heirloom of a relative that fought in the Civil War that she had painted and used as a coffee table. He was quite impressed by that. They go in her room. He sees her Peloton and her boxing gloves, and that took him over the edge, child. He like to fell out. Something about boxing does something to him. He asked her if she enjoyed boxing. She said she did, but she hadn't done it in a long time. And, child, I don't know what his fetish is with boxing, but the gloves took him out of the game. She decides she wants her duvet. Some reason, in order for her to retrieve the duvet, she has to get underneath it in a way of which that seemed to really turn him on. Okay. He's still looking around and sees a fabulous pearl necklace that he just must have and must try on, and which he did. She said, well, she's never been married to a man that leaned that much into his feminine side. And that she's actually not even sure about that. Hence why I said they're going to be on our roster next week. So then they go to his apartment. First thing they do is they meet his dog, Mello. Now, Chloe loves dogs, but she particularly likes old dogs. I'm not sure how old Mello is. I don't know if he is considered a senior citizen, but at any rate, she seems to be cool with Mello. So he shows her around his place, shows her his closet, and Pastor Kyle is on his way over for a visit. Prior to Pastor Kyle getting there, he spots some fabulous earrings that she's got on and says he must borrow those. Bria, before I go further, and I'm going to wrap them up expeditiously. Thank you, T.I., for that word. Not that I am mad at a man that's in touch with his feminine side, because I'm not. Do you think that he went a bit far?
Yes.
Okay.
And, I don't judge. If that's what you like, that's what you like. However, I think it was too much too quick. I think that's something that you kind of have to eat, like a person like her, you kind of have to ease into that.
Agreed.
And I just feel like he didn't quite read the room. Quite.
That part.
And it was a very cringe scene to watch. It wasn't this endearing thing. It was very, very the second hand was rough. It was rough.
It was not the cute response he thought he was going to get. She seemed quite turned off. Just saying. So Pastor Kyle comes in. He complimented them and said they looked matched, which was his way of saying we did a good job. Knowing good and well they don't bend more little like they belong together.
Mismatch, yes.
Mismatch is what word he should have used.
Absolutely.
He said that they both exude a certain amount of maturity. And, he was sensing that. I will give him that. They both are mature as far as the way that they are handling this. They do seem to get the assignment that they are, in fact, married.
They do.
So they're not.
That is one thing that they have done that the other couples could not seem to
do.
So, they did that.
They seem to be very clear that they're not looking for best friends, caretakers of illnesses. They're not looking for someone to talk them through childhood trauma. They seem to understand that their goal is to, in fact, be married. Okay, no one else seems to gather that, and they understand that sex comes with marriage as well. That's shocking, is it not?
For this season, yes, my love.
Correct. So Chloe talks about how Michael seems to have an affinity for her jewelry. Pastor Cal being Pastor Cal picks up on that's a little clue of help me, please. He says, are you okay with that? And she basically says, he's vastly different from any man I've ever dated. And she said that isn't a man. She's not used to a man. Again, she uses this same term that leans into his feminine side. So that's something that she's simply just gonna have to get used to. She said her norm. She said that the guy that she would typically go for hasn't worked for her. So she is appreciated. She does appreciate that she's matched with someone that she normally would not pick. I think that is a rehearsed response. That's what she should say. I mean, we all say, well, my picker was off, so maybe this will work.
But what have I been saying this entire time about her, though?
You have, but I'm not sure of that part. But I am certain, though, that I don't know that she's planted by producers as an actress. I'm not sure I want to go that far with it yet.
So that's not what I meant. I'm saying that she's very rehearsed.
She is rehearsed.
And she's giving Hallmark leading lady. Yes.
She is? No, that's every bit of what she's giving. You are 1,000. One thing that she is giving that I guess she's been giving it before. She's giving me a lot of damsel in distress. That's getting on my nerves a little bit. She's giving that everything is freaking her out, but she's not pinpointing it other than the fact that he's not her type.
That's it. That's literally it. I mean, she's like this timid, like shy, like introverted, because it didn't seem like she was introverted before, but you see that she
seemed like she was first boss before. Matter of fact, I think that was pretty much stated about her.
Yes. But all of a sudden now she needs space. She needs her own space, and
she's anxious.
Yes,
understandable, but I believe that has a whole lot more to do with the fact that he's a lot and he's not what she's used to.
Right.
And I think she's trying to process, how am I going to fit that into my work?
Exactly. When I'm having these meetings, meeting these bigwigs, and like trying to get these funds for,
or I'm just trying to kick it with some of my friends and their spouses or their boyfriends. How am I going to bring them?
That didn't
not be embarrassed. Bria, I mean, I'm not saying he will go this far. And listen,
that's what I was about to say. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that is. It seems like that is not what she goes for, and she's making it very apparent with her body language and what she said in the last episode. Well, that's all.
Absolutely. That is all we're saying. Because honestly, in my opinion, he'd have been better matched with Lauren, and I said that from the start. I wish they would have given her a shot. Yes. And I don't know that they would have found each other attractive. I'm not sure, but I feel like their energy matches better.
Absolutely.
Chloe seems so much more buttoned up. Right. I just don't know that she can appreciate Michael's creative eclecticness. I just don't think it fits in her world, but we'll see. We'll see. I think, let me finish, child. So yes, she mentioned again about his feminine side. And he said, as long as there's mutual understanding and respect, that'll be okay. And I think what Pastor Cal meant with that was, as long as Michael would learn how to read the room, and I think some of it might have been a tongue-in-cheek trying to be cute, but I think that if he was to learn when enough's enough, that it could work.
Right.
He does ask, he does say, that they seem to be attracted to each other. And because when he asked them about it, they both agree they are. Michael wants the emotional connection first, of course. But Pastor Cal tells them to give themselves permission to be married. And it's okay to show emotion, have sex, and not pump the brakes. Okay, now these are my notes, guys. They're going under here. That last statement is why we're dragging everybody else. What Pastor Cal wants them to know, because this is their last ditch effort for the season. This is it. This is the last couple. They put them together at the last minute in hopes that perhaps we'll have something on decision day or even have a reason to have a reunion, because the after shows are pretty much giving us everything we need. So I don't even know why we need to go.
You really don't
Anyway,
need to go to decision day, right? Like it's
absolutely we don't. But keep in mind that he tells them, and I want us to listen to this last statement. It is okay to show emotion, have sex, and not pump the brakes. Who does that sum up? Everyone we're about to drag. We're going to kick it on off. We are going to kick it off. With whom? It's like I'm torn between who to go at first, but I think we're just going to start. I don't even know, child. We're going to go ahead with Beck and Austin, child. Okay, so the point of this episode is the couples retreat. Generally, that's one of the episodes we all look forward to. You know, they get one house, all the couples come back together, even the ones that aren't together. Everybody shows up to really kind of, to me, have another like friends reunion. They all want to get together and see each other, right? And so Beck and Austin are getting ready to go. And she asks Austin what he's most looking forward to for the weekend. He says he wants to find him a bedroom way in the back where they can make out and work on what Dr. P has suggested. He asks Becca what she's most excited for. And of course, she says, getting down to business. Okay. They're the first couple to arrive. Austin is all fangirled out about the fact that this home was owned by a Denver Bronco player. I mean, it's nice. It is a nice house. It's got some cool little arcade games, basketball little thing in front. I mean, it's a nice house. But yeah, okay. So they're there, and then comes Emily and Brennan. Now, before they get there, Emily says she feels blah, naturally, because it's yet another opportunity for her to get embarrassed. Yep. Brennan is happy to see everybody. But you know, child, he's there to make sure they work on their friendship again some more. Thanks. So guys, what I'm really going to say is we're not going to recap this so much as we're going to talk about, of course, what happens in the episode. I'm not giving you play-by-play because you can certainly go back and watch it on demand, Lifetime app, whatever. But I'm going to give you my reaction. First of all, let's talk about Beck and Austin. Okay. I don't know how many more times a woman has to tell you that she is ready to take their relationship to an intimate level. She has said it, shown it, said it in front of the experts. It's nothing else she can do. She's even initiated.
Went on an obstacle course for it.
Child. Almost broke a neck for it.
Okay? Definitely me. Insane.
Y'all remember them little rhymes people used to put together, what they would do for the, it's a lot Becca wanted to do for the D. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna go there, but I want to say this. It's ridiculous, y'all. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. At some point, one of those experts, and they get drugged too, Dr. Pia, Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper, she gets some too. This woman has made it clear. This man talks in circles every time that issue comes up. Last week, honey, his allergies. He couldn't breathe. And cats took him out. Here they are at the retreat. Y'all, I'm just gonna give it to you. So let me just get into what they do, honey. They go to a sauna to have this intimate, sensual time together. I don't know if you guys have seen the massage where you get as undressed as you can. She's in a bikini, he's in his little shorts or whatever. The massage where they kind of flog you with branches with leaves. Then they give you like a nice massage. You get in cold water first and a hot sauna and warm massages. It's all supposed to heighten the senses, if you will. She is here for every bit of it. I'm skipping around, but it don't matter because we're going to get y'all to the main points. Because I think at this point, y'all, that's what we all want, right?
Yes.
They come back. because Becca and Emily, when Emily and Brennan do come second, and they do have some interaction together, they show each other around the house, blah blah. Of course, Emily and Brennan will be in separate rooms, child. And because there's a first night where it's before they go to the sauna, but and Becca and Austin go to bed in their room together. They do, but it's after the sauna excursion that they come back, and Becca and him get in the bed. They seem happy to be together. Last thing she says is, "I'm going to lay my head on your chest." Child, next thing you see is that man catapult out that bed with the blanket wrapped around him, says he's going to the bigger bedroom, and she can join her if she wants to. She looks shocked, confused. We don't know what happened in the bed that made the man fly up out. She tried to say, well, it was the drinks. The drinks were flowing, but the drinks didn't make that man fly out that bed. Bria, I mean,
if anything, wouldn't it make him stay in there? I'm just so this couple.
Look, it's just an O and O for a homegirl. It's like, let him go. He don't want you. He don't. He look, I tried to be diplomatic. Bria, didn't I?
You did. Yes, you absolutely did.
You didn't, because you were right. No. He doesn't want her.
It hurts. Like I call it like I see it. I look at body language. I look at all of that. And that is the body language of a man that borderline repulsed, honestly.
Honest to God. I don't know what else. You know what? It is, unless Becca is absolutely out of her mind, she's going to say no on decision day. And Austin hopes she does, because I think he's frankly sick of hearing her talk about how she wants to get down. If he wanted to, he would have by now. She's a grown woman. She has had other relationships. It's not that hard, ma'am. It's not. It's not.
It's not. And she's acknowledged that. She's like, it's not usually like this. I don't usually have to try this hard because it doesn't make any sense, sweetheart. That's why. Because you're usually with men who want to sleep with you. That's why. He doesn't.
But if a man likes you, he does want to sleep with you. There's a certain level of respect. I give you that. Sure. There's a certain level of respect that if you want somebody for the long haul, that you may want to take your time, or you want to make sure it's right. And so I'm not saying, look, I'm not advocating that just because I'm feeling you, I'm jumping into bed with you. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I am saying that these people are legally married.
Yes.
That he and her, out of all the couples, have invested the most time in the touchy-feely, the sweet things, the family interaction. You know what I mean? The elements are there, but she's asking him for it. She's literally saying at this point, I have pretty much what I want. They even seemingly have put the religion part on the table and have moved on. And all she just wants to do is get down one time. And it has yet to happen. And it ain't gonna.
No. Because the point is he doesn't want to sleep with her. That's it.
He don't.
And the most frustrating part is he could just say it. He could just say that. He could just say, hey, I don't want to have sex with you.
And that would be okay.
And that would be okay.
Honestly, it would be okay, because if you don't want to, you shouldn't. I don't think anybody should be made feel pressured, no man or a woman. Now, no. Right. If you're not right, I think he should say it.
Exactly. Because what's not okay is putting little breadcrumbs in front of her and thinking that it might eventually happen and you have no intention of it ever.
Right. And then making her look crazy.
Yes. Embarrassing
It is absolutely embarrassing. Yes.
That's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay. No. Anyway, Emily and Brennan. Well, they bring themselves on over to the the couples retreat house too. Brendan is geeked up to really find Austin, child. You know, he wants to be there with his friends. They even go look at the arcade, child, and the basketball things. Becca and Emily get together and talk about how both of them are extremely unhappy for two different reasons, but really in the same realm. They have the same problem. It's just identified differently. Okay. Yeah, you know, they talk about Brendan wants to sleep in separate rooms. Shocker. And basically, you know, he's still talking about worrying about some friendship aspect of their relationship. Child, after that, honey, here comes Orion. I wish he would, you know what? Now, I remember on the other episode, okay, am I wrong, Bria? So correct me if I'm wrong. When old girl decided she did not want to be, and I cannot remember names, they made it as far as the honeymoon, and she did everything she could to argue with him and make sure that she wasn't going to be with him. Am I wrong? He told her he wanted a divorce. Now, am I wrong? Did they get to come to the couple's house together?
Do you want last season?
It wasn't last season. It was the season before. Everyone, you know, was so mad at her because he was a good guy. No, that was last season, wasn't it? Was that last?
Alyssa.
It was last season.
It was the Boston season, wasn't it? Alyssa and Chris. The dark-haired girl in the
Yes.
Yes.
Now, were they allowed to come to the couple's retreat house? I don't think so. Why is Orion there?
So. I do not.
Because once they got divorced, I think there were other couples that decide, child, like I said, I have to go back. But I just want to know, why is Orion still on our screen?
I don't know.
Lying. And he up there lying. Lying?
Yes.
So anyway, child, he comes in. He's like, y'all, the wedding was the first time he had to talk with Lauren. And he didn't even talk to Lauren about what? When he asked him, did she want to talk? She was like, sure don't. For what? Talk about what? That girl, that girl get on with her life.
Exactly. That's just like torturing her. That's not.
Let me give you down to the female counterpart, because he did decide, well, honey, I ain't talked to Lauren since the wedding, but I'm excited to see Lauren. Is Lauren coming? He gonna ask, are you coming? If you're there, why wouldn't Lauren be there?
Right. Why wouldn't
how's Orion gonna party lips? That's fine. Is Lauren coming? Are you coming?
As if he was specially invited.
Anyway, child,
he's a piece of
work.
Shit.
You know what? He presents himself in this light, earthy, I love the world, but he's a mess.
He is.
He's a mess. He's a narcissistic, gaslighting mess.
He is.
Well, child, honey, after here come Claire, still hollering about how she feels so bad to go to this house without Cameron. She's tried, and you know she can't really get up with him. Claire, he don't want you either. He said, "Let him be, child. Let his heart heal. Let him heal. Stop even talking about him. Y'all are not together."
Right.
Are you scared? Why are you scared?
Right.
You wasn't gonna get to come if you didn't mention him?
Right. Like, I am so sick of her making these like perfectly made up face with, you know, just putting her phone in the sunlight, like just looking as gorgeous. I just feel so bad because like Cameron isn't gonna be there, and I feel bad for like having fun while he's sick and stuff. Oh my god. Claire, girl, if you don't go somewhere because and you're a therapist too. This is nasty work. Nasty work, Claire.
It really is. It's giving. It's giving, y'all. I still want to be on your TV screen.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna keep mentioning Cameron so I don't look like a complete. So
I don't look like a vain. Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what it's giving. It's giving.
It's giving vain. Yes.
Every time you see it, don't you see a plump? She be putting on that lip gloss to show you them plump lips, don't she?
Those beautifully plump lips. Yes.
They look
Yes,
good,
she does.
child.
They do.
Those
She
are
looks
mine.
great.
Listen.
She looks great, and she knows she does, and that's annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She be make me want to put a few CCs up on these top lips, y'all do.
Okay.
But I'm not.
I'm not a hater. She's gorgeous, but
I'm not a hater either.
That annoys me. Like, girl, you know that you just want to have your 15 minutes. Just say that. Just say that.
You are welcome on the show. If listen.
And personally, I like looking at you, but I don't like to be like.
I don't like you constantly talking about Cameron his health. Cameron, he is not filming.
We know you don't.
Every time she called, do he answer? Have you even seen any audio of them speaking since?
Look, Cameron might be a jerk, but he's smart. He's smart. He knows that she's only doing this because there are cameras rolling. He knows. He is not stupid.
He's not going to give her what she wants, and she needs to stop.
Exactly. She needs to stop.
Stop even acting like they're a thing and that you're taking your marriage serious. The same marriage you didn't want. Bye.
Right.
Easy to be married when the man is nowhere near you, ain't it?
There you go.
All right. So anyway, honey, she comes in, and then that's when Brian talking about is Lauren coming, as if he don't know. Shortly after that, Lauren does show up. They're all at the table, and he's like, yeah, he wants to be friends with Lauren, but she says there's no follow through because he don't want to be friends with Lauren. He wants to group the thing. He wants to be friends with Lauren. And she says everyone is cheering for Lauren. Claire says the couple retreat is looking different these days. Because it is, honey. Y'all, this is a different couples retreat. Now.
Right. A couples retreat with no couples. How dreadful.
Oh, yes.
Shout out Dwight. Shout out to Dwight.
Throw back Dwight. Shout out to Dwight.
Oh, dreadful.
Dreadful. Yes. And dreadful it is. Dreadful it is, y'all. So I love that word. That's epic. So Lauren did tell Claire, because her and Claire talk, they girls, and she was like, she was conflicted on even coming, or what did she have to gain from being at a couples retreat, because Lauren does have some sense. But she opted to come anyway, so she could zen out, and enjoy hanging out with everybody else. Sans Orion, baby.
Right.
Okay. Now, child, how about then he has a nerve to chime in talking about he's proud of where they are and said he's looking forward to open up other areas, and she wants to see where it can go. And Lauren's like, yeah, he's doing that for the group. And Claire, because she is, but she's good at seeing that, other people's stuff. She tells him basically, or she tells Lauren that, look, that he's doing all this talk for the sake of the group. And that when she asked Lauren, how she feels, she's like, honey, they're not on any terms. They don't talk. It's fake. It's fake when he gets in front of them and addresses her, and she doesn't know how to feel about it. She's a good one, because I would tell him, sir.
Absolutely.
Go talk to the dude. Me too, because they don't talk. Because he is not invested. He don't want to be her friend. That's a lie.
Right, I don't like you. What are you talking about?
It has been stated time and time again that this season it's the guys are looking out for. They're trying to look out for their image, but they're really it's destroying it.
It is.
They look crazy.
They do. They all look like assholes.
They do. They do. So Claire and Lauren, they take a little trip out to the basketball court and do some more chatting, and Claire's just like, look, dude is giving off some weird energy. Like nobody gets where he's coming from, because he could just be there and not say nothing.
Right. Right.
Why?
Because nobody
Right.
asked. Nobody
No,
nobody asked for all that.
they know they're not
They just
together.
did
So
it.
it's like we're not asking for a report. So where are you? I mean, so
No,
what report are you trying to get, bro?
I didn't hear a single person ask for any of that.
They did not ask. They didn't. And so Lauren is like, he's like, it's for the group. And she's like, and then when he talks, it's like he's talking great. So like he doesn't give them any clarity. And she says, Lauren says, look, I'm not interested in talking to him and I'm not interested in a friendship with him. And good for you, Lauren. Good for you. Good for you. Because the other women can learn a lot from you. Because look, he done showed you who he was.
Right.
You at first tried, but when you saw what you were really dealing with, you did what you needed to do. And that gaslighting will pull me back so I can have some more camera time with you or lie gaslight you and string you along a little bit longer to make it to no ma'am. No ma'am. Good for you, Lauren. Good for you.
Yes.
And y'all, the only other thing I really have to say, I mean, we know that unfortunately, Brennan and Emily, because they do enjoy adventurous things, did go for an ATV ride. And Emily did have an accident and was bleeding pretty profusely. And so she was rushed to the emergency room. Now we've seen her on the after party, so we know that she made it and she's okay. But it's pretty dramatic for the scene. So I will give Brennan the fact that he did hold the cloth to her head and he did seem to be by her side. He wasn't giving a lot of emotion, but he was there. But here's what I have to say, and then we're not gonna stay before y'all long because you know what? Until they give us more, we're not gonna hold y'all. We're just gonna tell you what it is, and we're gonna let y'all tell us what you think in the comments. So, Chloe and Michael, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think she's into his type. I just don't think he's for her. I don't think she could take him serious. That's my opinion. And I'm going to, after I go through the couples, Bria's going to get her chance. And then we're going to ask you to please give us what you think, because we really want y'all to put that in the comments. We really do.
Yes.
Emily and Brendan, they
hold
are.
on. Let me wait. I gotta do my Michael and Chloe.
Okay.
Right? Or are you? I thought you were giving. Okay, so my bad. Do you want to go with? We can cut this out, but because I didn't know what you were doing. I thought we were going back and forth for it.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I was just going to run down the roster and give my opinion, then let you do it.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
All right. So I think, you know what I think we should do?
What?
I think of the episode, we have a first and second place of the Dragathon Award. I'm gonna go with second place. That I'm going to give it to. I think I'm gonna give it to Austin. Why even mention that you want the bedroom in the back? That you're gonna work on what Dr. Pia said and get her hopes up, only to catapult yourself out that bedroom and make her look even crazier. And I mean, and crazy she did look. The number one drag award, of course, in my opinion, is going to Orion. Sir, you tried it. That not be there another time those couples get together and you show your face. You do not want anything with Lauren. Stop lying. Stop fronting. Stop wasting our time. I mean, everybody can get some now. Claire gets some. Emily gets some. Brennan, God knows he gets a good chunk. I'm sick of him and the friendship. I'm sick of all of them, y'all. But my daughter is a drag master. And so I'm going to let her close this session. She's going to get busy on them. And as much as I try to pull her back some tonight, you get to see the unleashed version. Bria, over to you.
Okay. Austin, you get to go first. Excuse my friend, but you're a little bitch. And you need to man up and just tell the truth. because we know what you did with that producer after the season aired, okay? Tell the truth. Brennan, allegedly. Brennan. You too. I don't know why you wouldn't take the Orion approach or the Cameron approach. Why are you still there? You know you don't want her at all. Like I'm, and if you think that you're saving your image by tolerating her, you're not. And Emily, sweetheart, I hope you're feeling better after that because that looked awful. But you going on the after party and dragging Austin for not sleeping with Emily, well, you had none of that. None of it. For Brennan is insane. And quite frankly, tells me why you've never had a real relationship. You're a bitch. You're awful. You're a mean girl. Claire, I already got you a little bit. But I'm you're beautiful, you're great to look at, but I need you to please stop with the I feel so bad. Because you don't feel bad. You're acting. You don't care. And we know you don't care, Claire. You don't care, Claire. You don't.
Claire doesn't care.
You're not convincing me at all.
Mm-mm.
You look to the left every time you say it. Am I done? Oh God, wait. Oh, Ryan, if I could catapult you into the sun, I would. I don't want to, like, when I say you are the most irritating person to look at, like, and it's not, I mean, because I oh my gosh. I don't even think I have, I mean, like, you don't even deserve words, honestly. I wish you the worst. Okay, I do. That's all.
Thank you for that. And there you have it, guys. I told you. I gave you a little recap. But they had to get it. And none other than Bria. She's the best at it. So, on that note, we're going to bid you guys a good night. Now remember, Saturday is Pop Culture Saturday. We are going to do a part 2, but we are going to do part 2 on Wendy Williams, and we may have a few more little gems for you guys on Saturday as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I would love it if you guys would put in the comments your thoughts. I mean, hey, Miss Bria didn't hold back over there. I gave you my 2 cents. Put it in the comments, guys. What do y'all think? I mean, are y'all as like disgusted by this as we are? Really, guys? I mean, we're gonna hang in there and we're gonna keep watching. We're gonna get to decision day, y'all. But it's getting old and it's getting tired. And the excuses, they're just ridiculous. And it is a waste of air and time. But with that, we'd like to tell you thank you again for tuning in. Thank you again for everyone that likes, shares, and comments. We love all of our subscribers. If you come by, check us out, hit that subscribe button, and don't stop there. Hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload new content. We're pretty consistent, so you want to be the first ones to get that hot tea and to get our take on these reality streets, y'all. They be tripping sometime. But with that, I bid you a good night. And we always like to end on the sweet words of Miss Bria.
I see you. I love you. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for you. See y'all Saturday.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.